Welcome back to A Kick in the Grass, a football manager story. This is Bottom Dwellers, we're Clermont, and this is Season 3. Last season, we finished 5th and made the semi-finals of the Euro Cup 2. What can we do in this season? Alright, as far as the transfer budget was concerned, we were given $3.6 million to spend. We got a reasonably healthy overall balance of $14 million. And a wage budget of just over $330,000 a week to spend on players. Okay, we have made some transfers. I'm just going to take you back to the end of last season. We have made a significant transfer. We've brought in a goalkeeper of quality, Albin Lafont. We got him from Nantes. Unfortunately for Nantes, they got relegated. Fortunately for us, he wanted to play Ligue 1 football, so we picked him up. For $1.1 million, I think that is a massive coup for our team. We now have a rock-solid goalkeeper for the next 10 years almost. Moving into this season's transfers, we have spent a bit of money, $14.25 million. Wilson Samake comes into us. He is a young French winger, can play on the left or the right. He looks really good. We have brought him in. We had him on loan last year. We paid the money. We spent the $4.3 million. He had a great season for us, and we've brought him in permanently. Hopefully he's going to stay with us for a long time. Rivaldo Quartzi, he can play in a multitude of positions in central defence, defensive midfield, or central midfield. He comes to us, a South African with a very famous name, Rivaldo. Not the one we would all love to have from many years back now. But he comes from Sundowns in South Africa for, what was it again? Free transfer. Adds depth to our squad, as we always say. We've brought in Theo. This is Zinedine Zidane's son. We've got him in from Real Madrid on a free as well. Couldn't pass up the opportunity to have the 6'5" midfielder come to Clermont. We'll see how he goes with his lovely flair and his free kick taking, as well as his great technique. Lawrence Makesh comes in. He is a new gen that we have brought in. Another winger, plays on the right of wing or left wing. We have brought him in from Club Bruges for $575k. He's a bargain. We are going to give him game time. He's only 17, and as you can see, he is potential ability of 5 stars, looking at a bright future. We've got a loanee in Mathieu Morey. He comes to us from Dortmund. He's a 4-star defender on the right wing-back spot. Hopefully he can do a job for us. Do we have an option? No, we don't. It's just a loan for the season. It gives us some good backup and squad depth. And our last signing, Strahinja Pavlovic. We have brought in a central defender. We needed someone of quality with great jumping reach, some good technicals. His mentals are okay, but those physicals are pretty good for the type of team that we are. We've paid a bit of money for him. We have spent $8.75 million to bring him over from our rivals at Monaco. And we are really looking forward to what he can do for us in the centre of defence. Now, we really didn't have too much in the outs. It was just a whole bunch of periphery players. We only got $2.6 million in for those guys. You can see them here in the outs. No one of note that was playing in our first team last year. Okay, we are in 3 competitions this year. We are in the French Cup. The board expectation is to reach the 11th round. The Euro Cup, we're expected to be competitive. And in the Ligue 1 Uber Eats competition, we are expected to finish in the top half. And now that means with 18 teams in the 9th position or higher. If we head into the Uber Eats and check out the season preview, we are expected to finish right on that. At 9th, finishing in that top half at 50-1. It's been a pretty strong start to the season. After coming 5th last year, we need to back it up. We've only had 3 games in League 1. We've played Rennes. We drew with them 1-0, Labiade getting a goal. 3-1 win against Angers. Liam Delap, 3 goals again. We have brought him back on loan. And Olympique Marseille, another 4-0 massive victory. Liam Delap, 2 goals again. Katja Venda also scoring with Labiade too. So good start to the season, and hopefully we can keep those results in a winning ways. Okay, we're on the tactics page, and I'm going to show you what is probably our strongest team. We have not changed the tactic from last season. Why would we? It is going really well so far. Starting at the back, our goalkeeper, our new goalkeeper, Alban Lafont, is holding us up back there. Right back is Bush. Central defenders, Pavlovic, Diamande, and the left back, Angeleri. Our defensive midfielder is Busquets once again. In central midfield, we have Cachavenda and Castaños. On the wings, on the right, we have Labyad. On the left, Samake, who we've brought in permanently. And our loanee, who we've had for a second year, Liam Delap, leading the line, hopefully getting all the goals. All right, let's simulate forward the end of this third season and see how this new team has gone. Can we improve, or are we going to stagnate? Okay, and Season 3 is done and dusted, and we have improved our position on the table. We have finished third. Let's check it out. The League One Uber Eats. That is last season. Here's the current season. We have finished in third with 62 points. That is, I think, our worst points tally? 62 this year. Yep, 66 last year and 65 the year before, but we've finished in our highest position behind Lyon and Paris Saint-Germain, who ran away with it. We have got 23 points to make up on Paris Saint-Germain before we win the League One title. Getting relegated was Lorient and Angers, unfortunately. All right, how did we do in the other competitions? We were in the French Cup and the Euro Cup. Oh, so we bombed out of the Euro Cup, coming third, but it looks like we have made the final of the Euro Cup 2. Oh, and runner-up is not what you want to see, but getting to a final of Europe, what a boon for this lowly club with not much history to their name. French Cup, out in the 11th round to Saint Etienne, that's a poor result. Okay, you can see here we finished third, equal points with San Sebastian Sociedad. Unfortunately, missing out on the Euro Cup knockout stage, but we got to the Euro Cup 2. Let's check out how our path went there. I think we would have gone into the first knockout round. Yep, and we beat Mlada Boleslav 5-0 on aggregate. No idea if I've said that name right. In the second round, we took on Sturm Graz and won in penalties. Very tight contest there. Taking us to the quarterfinal where we took on Dnipro. We had an 8-3 aggregate win there. That was pretty huge. In the semi-final, we beat Real Hispalis 6-5, just goals everywhere. And in the final, we played Atalanta, a 1-0 loss to them, unfortunately. The Italian quality, I wouldn't know giants, but they're a quality Italian team. Pretty hard for us to overcome them in the final. Very unfortunate result. Just here on the League One page, we can see the table and also some basic stats. Liam Delap has come in equal first in the Golden Boot to Lewandowski. Diallo coming in third with 22. The only player of note really there, we've got a couple of guys in the yellow cards, which you probably can't see there. We are a very physical team. Paris Saint-Germain dominating in all aspects as you would expect. As far as the stats have gone, all of our goals seem to have come through Liam Delap on loan again. I don't think we've got a loan to buy option. No, we don't. He is here. He is improving and he is doing wonders for us. He's way too expensive for us to buy on a permanent deal, but we'll try and loan him out again possibly, or even see if we can get him on the cheap. 34 goals in all competitions. What a result. Zakaria Labyad, 12 goals as well, with a slew of 8s, 9s in the goals as well. Theo, one of our new players, he got 9 goals with only 12 starts. On the assists, we have Marnon Bush coming from right wing back, Zakaria Labyad with 12, Cachavenda with 10, as the prominent people with helping out in the assists department. Average ratings, our best player was, if we disclude Arthur Desmus, who only played 4 games, Liam Delap, Martin Bush, Diamande, and Alban Lafont, our new goalkeeper. Not as many players getting great ratings as I would have liked. We'll have a quick look at some of the players of note. Just have a look here at Lawrence Makesh, our new gen. He has ended up playing 26 games in all competitions. He, by these arrows, you can see is improving greatly. 5-star potential. He's 2.5-star current ability. I think next year we probably need to throw him in the deep end and give him as much game time as possible and see how well he can improve. The other player we brought in was Samake on a permanent deal this year. He had a little injury, 26 games with 4 goals and 5 assists. Not the best average rating, but he still seems to be improving. He's only 20, so we've got high hopes for him still. We did do a little bit of transfer business in January. We sold Matai Pulkrab. He just wasn't getting enough game time with Liam Delap playing nearly every game, so he wanted to leave. We let him go for 1.6 million. On the ins in the January transfer window, we brought in 2 players on loan. Alvaro Fernandez, a left back from Manchester United, just for cover, and also Martin Satriano, Inter Milan's young striker, who is pretty good. He was just backing it up for us this year. He's a promising player in FM22, as people would already know. Okay, that's the end of Season 3. That has been a pretty successful season. We have finished 3rd to make our first Champions League. We've also finished in a final of the Euro Cup 2, unfortunately losing out to Atalanta. It really does bode well for a bright future at Clermont, and really looking forward to how Season 4 pans out and hoping the board back us with a little bit of money. Thank you very much for watching Season 3 of Bottom Dwellers with Clermont. If you haven't already, it would be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe to my channel, like the video, and as always, we'll see you next time. Bye.